A group of archaeologists in Argentina claim that they discovered what they believe to be a Nazi hideout in the middle of the Argentinian jungle. 6 researchers from the University of Buenos Aires and La Plata Museum found the ruins of what is believed to be a place to hide in case all went wrong in Europe. These ruins are located in northern Argentina near the border with Paraguay. Team leader Daniel Chavelson said they discovered the site years ago but only began extensive research this month. During the Second World War, it's believed that the Nazis had secret projects building hideouts in hard-to-find places like the deserts, mountains, and jungles around the world for hideouts for high-ranking officials in event of defeat. During the past 15 days, the team spent at the ruins. They discovered 3 buildings, a stone quarry, and various artifacts from World War II Germany. Nick, this is pretty cool. They found some old ruins, possibly planned by the Nazis, which seemed like, maybe, maybe not. But the link that makes everything kind of cool is the fact that right after the war, Juan Perón, the dictator from Argentina, had a big admiration for how the Nazis ran the show. And he liked the parades, and he liked the military attire, as you can see in the picture. And he received 9,000 Nazis in their country. So, you know, we know that throughout the years they've received a lot of heat for that, but at the same time we've seen that they've done a lot to you know, make it better.
You saw in the 80s, as far as like 40, 50 years later, they were arresting, you know, there was one really big Croatian who they arrested, and I forgot his name, but they went on and they did their research and they found these people who have been hiding out for years and years and years and years and years. Nobody would ever know. They denied it. They denied working there. They just said they were immigrants, but it turns out they were like big, top, you know, high-ranking officials, you know, with these fascist regimes. It's really interesting. But yeah, I do amend them for...
So what they're saying is there's a big possibility because they found a lot of artifacts. They found in, you know, coins from between 1938 and 1944 on site, which is, you know, a good link. They had some China label made in Germany. So it's hard to prove the hypothesis, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that are being conducted, research that is being conducted to find out the link. They don't think that it was never used by Nazis itself, but the fact that there was this big connection in the late 40s, early 50s from the Juan Perón administration and the Nazis, they think that there could be some joint work. That is very interesting because one of the things that Juan Perón was always criticized was because he was very anti-Semitic. And now we're seeing today in Argentina this big scandal with the president over the killing of Jews. We remember the killing of the prosecutor, Nizam, that accused the president of being involved in a cover-up, covering up Iran's involvement on the killings of Jews. So it's funny to see that now they're finding that link to the German Nazis, and also today they're in trouble for violence against Jews.
I don't think it's a coincidence. Maybe he simply emulates the way that that Perez did his thing, you know, and maybe we're seeing that influence coming back and staying in the culture. As far as the actual whole ruins go, I mean, it's really interesting. It looks like this is something straight out of like an Indiana Jones film, I swear. Finding these old Nazi ruins in the middle of the jungle. It's really interesting. And yeah, I mean, it's sad to see the past and how that Argentina was basically this hideaway, you know, this safe haven for all these people who did terrible, terrible, terrible things. It's sad, but also extremely interesting looking back on it in hindsight. It's really interesting.
I think it's very important that we find these places so we remember what has been done wrongly in the past so we don't repeat it in the future. But we want to know what you think. Do you think that it's cool that we found these connections in the world history? Or we should just not talk about these issues that for some people is very hurtful? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't, subscribe to the Lip TV.